Hey, man, I'm telling you, man, you got to get yourself some of that Bitcoin, man. You go on the internet, you click, 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 you got to steal some Bitcoin and put in your wallet and you holler at, they call it holler, you holler at it and get money, you're going to be a Bitcoin millionaire right now. Hey, everybody, welcome.
Howdy.
Crypto Rednecks. Hold on, I got an issue with Twitch. What is the issue with Twitch? Twitch says my title is invalid. Change it a bit. Okay. Go live. So this is the first time we're doing this. Oh, huh? What's wrong with Twitch?
Twitch?
Yeah, it says.
I don't know, man. I don't use Twitch.
You put dashes in it. Maybe that's it. I don't know.
You piece of shit.
It doesn't say what it says. Twitch says the title is invalid, but it doesn't say what's wrong with it. So I'm just going to do.
Fuck it. Let's go.
Yeah, just Crypto Rednecks. How about that? Still. And who is this? Twitter says it's no good for you.
Yeah.
You see that? You don't have a premium account. I got a premium account. We should hook mine up. We could go there. I guess we'll remove that one. And I don't know. Screw Twitch. I guess we'll fix it some other day.
Yeah.
But welcome. It's at the first Crypto Rednecks. We've done Crypto Rednecks. We've done Drunk on Crypto. We've been kind of bounced around. But this is the first of a new series. We're going to be doing a regular show for you guys. Me and the Irishman, Lee from Kiss Crypto, every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And it should be about this time, noon Central U.S. I think it's about 8 p.m. over there where you are. I think, what time is it in London? Like 6?
6 p.m., yeah.
Yeah, so it should be kind of a evening time, of over across the pond, and, midday over here, as Lee likes to say. But we're looking forward to hanging out and to having a good time as usual.
You've been drinking, haven't you?
What?
You've been drinking?
No, I was going to say I'm probably not going to be drinking here because it's, in the morning. But it's Lee, good. So, which is always fun.
You never know. You might be lucky.
So, how are you? How's it going, man?
I'm good, man. Yeah, I'm good. I was deep in the meme coin pit today again.
Really? Yeah. Why don't you tell the viewers how much volume is just on Solana in meme coins a day?
On Solana alone, man, you're looking at Solana volume is like a billion two.
$1.2 billion?
It's insane. It's insane, dude. It's insane. Yeah, I've been looking at a lot of meme coins. I've spent the last 2 months in that space, right? And today I bought into 4.
Mm-hmm.
3 of the 4 rugged.
3 out of the 4.
3 of the 4 rugged, and the one that didn't rug, I got about 17x on it.
17.
17. Yeah, a little bit late.
That's kind of the goal with meme coins. I think is just like throwing spaghetti at the wall so it sticks. But what sticks is a big deal. You know what I mean?
Yeah. If you survive the first hour, you got a chance.
Yeah, 17x. I mean, that's
nice.
So
no, I'm only putting in small, tiny amounts because
yeah, that's another thing.
Anything over $50
more, and you're willing to lose. But so literally, you made 14x because three rugged, so you lost them.
Yeah, I lost the 3.
So technically, 13x, 14x.
Yeah.
My bad. Not bad at all.
Not bad, yeah. The frightening thing is, I'm using a scanner at the moment, right? It's fucking awesome.
Yeah, that's what I
It,
wanted you to talk about.
so many data points. But you know what? The funny thing is, even though it identifies these data points, so for example, has this wallet address been used before to create a token, stuff like that, yeah?
Mhm.
It's still, man, it still doesn't save you.
It's so what?
It still won't save you, I mean,
Yeah.
even with all those data points and all that information, 3 out of the 4 things I was in today rugged.
Yeah,
So,
well, that's kind of that's the call, man.
and I don't know how you would even go. How would you buy into any meme coin without having at least that level of information? Like, you know what I mean? It's a lottery. Even then, it's a lottery.
Yeah, there's no. We talked about this. There's no way to research the meme coins. They literally come out every few minutes. Like how many? I mean, because I remember doing a review on Profit Sniper or Auto
Yes.
Snipe, and while I did this, like an 8-minute video, like 5 coins came out. While I was talking, they were boom, boom, boom.
Wow.
And then they rug or they go down or whatever within sometimes hours, usually a day or two at best. And then every now and then, hey, how you doing, Stroll? Good to have you here. Every now and then you get one that sticks around for a little bit and the community starts to build. So, but yeah, you gotta. There's some kind of you need some kind of artificial intelligence or some kind of assistance with it because you can't research it in the time that it takes. Because by the time, if it's decent, then by the time you've done an hour's worth of research,
Yeah.
it's 15x. You're only going to
Yeah.
get a 2x
Yeah.
instead of that 17. So it
Yeah,
is.
and that's the trick, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It is.
Look, there's nothing wrong with 2x either, but 99 times out of 100, they're going to disappear. So they're often gone inside the hour, or like you said, you missed the run.
Yeah.
I'm looking at one now. Man, this is insane. It launched 27 minutes ago.
Do you show screen?
I can't show this because it identifies the scanner. I will show you in a second. But the scanner is paid for, and I'm not allowed to show it off. But I will show it in time. But
Yeah,
some of the stats.
Lee's been working with the scanner and on the scanner for a while. It's something that it's going to be a big deal when we drop it.
Well, yes. So this identifies whether it's a honeypot, the tax, whether it's been verified, renounced, the creator, loads of stuff like that. History on the wallet and history on the top 10 wallets, the first 10 wallets. So because often somebody will create, and they'll create like 5 or 6 wallets also to buy the early, as it launches. But most times there's the creator. The creator owns the top 8 wallets.
Yeah, and speaking of that kind of goes along with the news I wanted to go over later.
Fuck. Did I get past 3 minutes?
Oh,
I just swore.
Yeah, we're 9 minutes, dude.
I just swore I got past the first 3 minutes.
I can't believe we didn't even think about that or talk about it first, and you got that long. That is awesome.
I'm sure I didn't curse,
No, I don't think you did.
Fuck.
Look at Gary Network once, guys. So want to pull it up? We can look
The
at
Gary
it real quick.
Network.
Yeah.
Could you look at the Gary Network? Okay, let me have a look at what you're doing in the news. I got some interesting stuff in the charts I want to show off.
All right, let's do that. Let's do that first, and then I want to hit this Trump coin that he put out.
Yeah, that's actually Gary Network. I'm sure somebody mentioned this.
In my opinion on that, Lee is great at technical analysis. I'm more better at fundamental analysis, which is not great for meme coins, like we said, because it's more, really diving into the project, the people, the emotion, kind of what's going on in the background um, to affect things. Uh, but yeah, so you want to share Gary? Let's take a look at old Gary.
I'm gonna bring it up now. Yeah, 1 second. Where's my fucking tab gone? Hold on.
Your camera's not doing good.
My camera.
Yeah, it keeps blurring your face. Your background's
know.
great, but your face keeps getting blurred.
Maybe that's not a bad thing. Where's my fucking thing gone? Here. Okay. All right.
You'd say anything.
I don't know anything about the Gary network. I mean, Solana as much as I know. I think. Jesus, all it is. So I'll have a quick look at the coin market.
Gary with an I.
But I have an interesting, very interesting, something very interesting to show on Bitcoin dominance. I don't know if you've seen this, but I'll show you now. Okay, this is the Gary. I don't know. Do you know anything about this?
No, it's been running for 3 years, but it had a massive drop in July 1st. July 2nd was a huge drop. No, 4th of July. 4th of July, it dropped from 8 cents all the way down to a penny.
Dude, the all-time high was $1.05. It's down 99.4%.
Yeah, that's what I said. It went July or June 30th. It was 76 cents. It's funny. It's like 1776, and then the 4th of July, bam, down all the way down to a penny. Oh no, no, 9 cents. It's 9 cents, not a penny. So I thought it was a penny, but it went down to 10 cents. Now it's currently at 6 cents. Okay. So why don't you talk about some technical stuff, and I'm gonna take a look at the website and
take a look at it there. Yeah. I'm gonna show you something that is awesome.
You can share, right?
Yep. You should find the right thing.
Oh, it's one of these.
This is the Gary network, man. I mean, do you know what? If it's down 99.4%, I mean, that probably tells you all I need to know about that. Yeah. I mean, I don't know, man. So when it's down this low, your fundamental analysis is probably going to be much better on it because it's going to.
That's what I was about to say.
There's something coming.
Yeah, because I think a lot of people were in. This is kind of the classic thing, which has happened in crypto and in meme coins, kind of. So this looks like a decent project that had the institutional investors that we all wanted so bad, and this is what they do. They made a buttload of money in the beginning, then they took it all out, but it looks like they're still working. But they had I'm getting ahead of myself. What do you want to say about it?
With the Gary thing.
Mm-hmm.
Look at. It's a long fucking way from where it was. I mean, the only thing that's going to save that now is some project development or some good news. I mean, I don't know anything about the project, so there's no point looking at the chart with it. Just pointless. But I do want to show you something.
Yeah, see where it dropped on July 4th, because that was not a normal thing. That was huge. There was all the investors, or it was it looks like a rug. But
yeah, just I wouldn't be wasting too much time on it, to be honest. You see this? This is Bitcoin dominance, and there's a couple of interesting points on this, right? So the white lines are the happenings, yeah, and the red lines. Well, the previous two red lines are the start of all coin seasons, all seasons. If you look at this, right, 215 days, Bitcoin dominance fell off a cliff. This was all season. Over here, exact same thing. 214 days. I look at it, I rounded it. It could be 220, 205, yeah. But around that time, yeah. Same thing. January 21. Bitcoin dominance fell off cliff. And I'm wondering if it's going to play out again, because if it does, look where we are. This is like around the 1st of November. We're not that far away. So I think you're into your alts and you've been holding them all this time. There could be a nice surprise coming before Christmas. I think it's an interesting chart because I've not seen it before. And everybody always asks, when is alt season? When is alt season? All this shit, yeah. And it's impossible to know. But Bitcoin dominance, man, obviously is a key factor. So it's funny that after these halvenings, the dominance dropped off a cliff around the same time, and we're approaching that time now. So I thought it was interesting, and I thought it would be something that you should pencil in, keep an eye on. Yeah, I know there's a lot of guys holding odds, and go back to Gary, man. Maybe 6-7 weeks time, you might get a little bit bump, but I think it's ever going back to a
That's
dollar.
interesting. I wonder. Disclosure Crypto says, what if it was on FTX, and that drop was part of that?
No, that on that 4th of July.
That's an interesting, question on that.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
Yeah, good to see you here, Dutch.
So yeah, and I think that's something that should definitely pencil into your diary, man. It could be the start of another alt season.
You think we're gonna have a bigger alt pump till November, and then we get that Bitcoin pump in December, where Santa always brings us
it's very hard to know.
Santa Claus brings us the Christmas pump every year.
Yeah, I don't know. The whole thing has changed so much in the last 2.5 years because of which everybody wanted, the institutional money pouring into it. That has changed the narrative a little bit. Mm-hmm. And so it might change how potential forthcoming alt season is. You mean? We just don't know. But yeah, I think it's an interesting one. I'm going to try over the next few weeks. Going to try and look at more obscure charts.
Mm-hmm.
Because everybody's looking at the same ones. I mean, Bitcoin is doing its thing today, but not everybody looks at these kind of charts. You know what I mean? I think they give a lot of valuable information.
Definitely, and thank you for noticing. Lee hasn't said anything about my dope hat, so hey, thanks, I am Brian.
I'm a shock. I thought it was amazing.
Actually, I bought 3 hats. One, a black cowboy hat, so we can wear your Stetson I got you, and I can wear that.
It's right up there. It's right up there.
I got this one and a black and maroon one, which was pretty cool. Well, this scary thing. I'm glad you brought it up. It's very interesting, and I think it goes along with what you were saying with these institutional investors. If you look here, this project had pretty big names. Go back to the main page. Here we go. So it's the world's largest Web3 audio and video live streaming platform. I think they actually approached me and asked me to take a look at it way back when. It's on Kraken. It's on Crypto.com. OKX and KuCoin, Radium, and more. So I think if they were on Crypto.com, they're probably on FTX. So if FTX is in there, but a couple of things that I think are little bit kind of red flags. So look at these investors, man. Village Global, Angel List, just that alone. Um, Idea Venture, there's Bloom. If these people are putting in it, they're the kind of people that are not uh, looking at crypto for, they just want to make money.
Yeah, correct.
Where is this looks like it's one of those, it's like it's a decent project that wants to do something pretty cool. Um, Here, their partner is Solana. They're just built on a Solana chain. Amazon Web Service, they're not partnered with Amazon most likely, and this is just my opinion. Whenever they do that, they're just wanting to put crap up there. Their servers are just, they're paying
Yeah, just
Amazon
utilize
for
the
the
servers.
servers. Yeah, so it just, like, you put something there when you don't have anything, but they were audited by QuantStamp, which I like more, and solidified. So the team is it's big. I haven't looked at their LinkedIn's or done any research, but they have a decent amount of people. So my point is that they let's take a look at their Twitter.
I didn't mean to upset you. Disclosure.
186,000 subscribers or followers on Twitter. Now you see this could be fake or inflated. So let's scroll
do it
down here.
Oh,
8 likes.
8. That's a retweet. What's the pinned one?
It's a bit of a flag. The pinned one is well, no, it's only 6 hours old, so that's good.
4 likes.
Yeah. 4 likes. 186,000. Now that could be part of. I mean, obviously, a bunch of these are fake. Period. But it could be because a lot of people have lost interest in it. However, I'm actually finding this kind of interesting. I'm going to do a bigger deep dive into it later on, because it looks like a solid project. And if it's down this much, I mean, look at this chart. If it's down here, that's the
money's made, man.
That's if they're coming out with anything new, which was the next thing I wanted to look at. Because this has been around for two years. Oh my God, almost over 3 years. So they supposedly had some big things. If they're on Apple and their apps are out, that's what I'm going to check, later on. But 2004, that's way down here. Now they're looking at getting SDK services for Aptos chain, multi-chain NFT marketplace, which it would be nice to see, even though NFTs are not as huge as they were. Multi-chain wallet. So these are things like if it was already successful, this would make a big difference.
Correct.
But yeah, I don't know if the money's made in this or not. Doesn't look super great, but it might be. Our next, that's one of the cool things about the show that we're doing. We're doing this now Monday, Wednesday, Friday. So I can take a look at this, and then we'll hit you. We can talk about it more on Friday show. You just give it a mention. All right. Just checking the chat. Like I said, good to have everybody here. Decent amount of people watching. That's all. That's pretty neat, man. Remember, hit the like button. We really appreciate it. Let us know in the comments. Also, leave a comment because once a week we're going to give away some crypto, probably on the Friday show. From the random comments. Yeah, you're giving away some money too.
Damn it.
Yeah, I know. We'll have fun with that. Yep, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, unless that's some kind of code for something else. Yeah. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, about the same time, noon Central. For me and you, I am for IAMs, close to where I am. So,
and if there's a chart you want me to take a look at, I'll take a look at it. Just tell me on this stream, and I'll take it. It gives me a couple of days to go through the charts, and I can bring it up then on the following stream. I've saved that Bitcoin dominance one. I think it's very important. I mean, we're only 6-7 weeks away, right? Be interested to look back and see if it played out the way we thought.
And I think it's gonna be really interesting now because Jesus, so much has changed. I mean,
mm,
it's like there's so much history going on right now. Like we talk about black swan events. I mean, there's been like 3 attempts now on Trump. You know about the one today?
there's another one today.
A bomb at a rally.
You're kidding, man. I just got off the phone.
Yeah,
What?
bomb threat at a rally. So
I'm right. Okay.
it's but they're trying to stop the rally. They're still gonna go ahead with it. Um, so we'll but like with the election, with this time now we've got institutional money. The market cap of crypto is so huge. It's such a different space. It's an industry now. Now I don't even call it a space. It's in the industry. So it's interesting to me. I mean, if the trends still go the same, what happens before the halving, what happens after the halving, if everything stays similar, or if it's if things are going to be wildly different.
Yes,
because we are it's a whole new space. It is. It's a whole new place.
Well,
so
Trump, it was funny.
What?
Just to follow up on that chart thing. I didn't factor it in at all. It coincides with the U.S. presidential election. Am I right?
Really?
So that would be interesting to see. Maybe it's the catalyst. Who knows? Who knows?
The economy sucks, so safe haven investing on it, right? And that's right. A huge statement. I am, because we're going to see now. It's going to be Bitcoin's going to be tested, or crypto in general, but mostly Bitcoin. Is it digital gold? Do people really see it as that? Are people, when things get worse, are they going to move into crypto and precious metals, or just precious metals? Is Bitcoin do they really think, or are they going to put their money where their mouth is when they say?
Well, what would you do?
I would go 50-50.
I think that's the right answer. Yeah.
Yeah,
that's the correct answer. I think you got to hedge your bets.
Yeah. It just stuck for startups and new crypto. But there's a revolution going on, and that kind of goes along with the news story I want to talk about, I Am for AM, where the stuff that Joe Roats, and if you can catch me on World Blockchain Roundtable, I'm the dumb guy that's there.
Fuck, you're never off the air, you cunt.
For the ladies to look at, but everyone else super smart, and it's a much more tech focused show. And they hit a lot of times how the U.S. has really stifled development and ingenuity and startups. It's so hard. One of the reasons why everyone's leaving California, and why Texas and some other places are becoming much more of the hub of Silicon Valley. Because it's so hard to start things in Silicon Valley. It's so hard to even if you have a great idea, it can change the world. It's like you have to go through so much regulation, so many hoops in order to get it done.
The first thing you have to find is an affordable house.
Yeah, well, and then a lot of people are actually just leaving the whole U.S. They're not even going to Wyoming, to Texas. They're just like, screw it, we're gonna go somewhere else. Mm-hmm. Like Kevin O'Leary said, I'm never gonna have any business in New York. There's no way I'm not going to California, but they're starting to get it, and they're starting to understand, and they're using words. Because they're pandering to us because they're politicians and pieces of crap, and they're lying a lot of the time. But they are saying, "Hey, we need to loosen this regulation. We need this innovation." They'll admit, "Hey, we're letting AI just." People, go at it without any real regulation, because China doesn't have any regulation, because
Correct.
Russia doesn't have a regulation, and we can't let them beat us on the AI, which is a crazy argument, but it's understandable. Um, and they're starting to understand that we need to have an environment where people can develop their ideas. People can um, have some kind of way to put their ingenuity into practice. Um, so I think the what's the word? Um, the atmosphere is changing a lot more than it was when Warren, everyone's like, "Oh, Bitcoin, that's child porn," stuff like, you know what I mean? It's complete. It's very different. And when Trump was in office, they asked him about Bitcoin, and I could tell as just his body language and what he said, he just didn't know much about it. And he was like,
Correct.
I don't really know much. I don't
I think
like
it's a bit
crypto.
indifferent.
That's right. He was indifferent. And he's like, I like the dollar. I want the dollar to be strong because that's what he knows. That's what,
That's what he knows. Yeah.
But now, and this is the thing, his kids know about it. His kids are involved in the space. I think they're friends with the Winklevoss twins. So they educated him.
Yes.
And he even admitted that, and I think in the article. Do we have private coins tokens? Yeah, that's a whole show, dude.
That's a whole show. I seen that comment and I thought, hold back, because that's a whole show. And I agree with that statement.
Yeah, it is. Especially, I mean, cash is going to go away. It is. And there'll be some kind of cash, but for the most part, when's the last time you wrote a check?
25 years ago.
I was about to say that's crazy, but for me, I think it was been 10 years.
No checks here.
It was for health insurance, and it's just a way that they make it so that you have to, they can screw you over and you can lose your health insurance because it has
Do
to
you
be
even have a checkbook?
Yeah, and I have a checkbook in the desk.
I haven't seen a checkbook in 15 years.
I'm not proud of this, dude. But when I wrote that check for the health insurance, I had to look it up how to write the check because I forgot. When you put
Across the back,
$87, and then you put the line and you put 50 cents. I was like, do I put the 50 cents before the line or after the line? I actually forgot. So it's so I think cash is going to go that way. There's going to be some people who don't have electricity. There's going to be it's going to be it's a necessity in some cases, but it's going to be extreme. It's going to be like checks are, now
I only know a handful of people who use cash now. Handful.
Yeah, me too. I don't like. I feel bad as an uncle and grandfather because I can't. Here's $5, kid. Like my aunt, and they would always give me money in secret, which I didn't understand. It was like it's like, don't tell your mom here. But then
all you gotta do is ask their Bitcoin wallet address.
But then nobody knew that I was getting money. I remember I was in high school and I had to go up to see my family in New Jersey, and I told my girlfriend, I was like, I'm gonna come back with a bunch of money because everybody's like, hey, Shawnee, and they shake my hand and they're putting like $10, $20, and it's like, don't tell it. But if they knew that they were each doing that, then they wouldn't do that. But like, I came back with like hundreds of dollars. It was just, I always thought it was hilarious, man, how they would do that. Like it's like
All times, man.
That secret thing. But I can't do that because I never have cash. Okay, so I want to go over this story about this Trump coin, because it shows the learning curve that he went through. So new details of the Trump family crypto project are released. So I think that's a big thing. It's a personal launch, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's called World Liberty Financial Coin, and I talked about it with my smart friends, and they were like, it's going to be a scam. It's just made for him and his friends to make money, which I could see, and I think it was, and then they changed it. Um, so the key detail of who can buy the forthcoming tokens plan to release. So 20% of the project tokens are allotted to the founding team, which includes the family. 17% of the tokens will be set aside for user rewards. That probably means for paying for promotions and that kind of thing. But they're separating those numbers. And if you see, there is no 2020, because that would be it's a big number because it's double digits. So they psychologically wrote 20 instead of put the number. Everything else they put the number. So the team is actually in control of almost 40%. It's 37%. And then the remaining 63% will be available for the public to purchase. So as long as this, and they don't have a pie chart, I can't see if this 17% has an allotment for marketing, legal, that kind of thing.
Well, if it's legal, it's going to have to be big.
Well, that's the next thing I wanted to hit. So for over a month, Republic family have been pumping up a secretive digital currency. Imagine if it has privacy. Oh, dude, if that came out and it has a privacy feature, that would be something crazy. Promising that it will do many things at once. So more than 2 hours into Republican former President Donald Trump's World Liberty Financial launch event on X Monday, which he had over 100,000 people on that X, which he had over 1 million when he did the first interview, but 100,000 just for the crypto. The team behind Trump family's new crypto project unveiled the key detail of who can buy forthcoming tokens, plans on release. So for over a month, the former president and his family have been pumping up the endeavor with vague descriptions, promising that it will do many things.
Choo-choo!
Think about if he's going to put it on Truth Social as on his platform, he would actually be one of the first ones that actually could, I think, successfully have like tipping for memes and stuff like that. Yes, Den does that before you put that in the chat. I am. But if he used it that way, that would be pretty interesting too. So lofty goals set by those in the project Monday night's X space suggest that World Liberty Financial will be a sort of crypto banking platform. That was a huge thing for me. So I think everything's been explained to him. I think he understands crypto now. I think it's a completely different Trump, and it would be a different White House than it was before. If you watched him speak at the at Bitcoin conference, he was actually shocked. He was. You could see he was shocked when he said, "I'm going to fire Gary Gensler."
Correct.
99% of the United States doesn't know who Gary Gensler is, but he had a standing ovation, and he was like, "You guys are really happy about that. I'll say it." And he said it again. So I think he's getting it. But I think his family has really explained it well to him to where he is going to be pretty. I think his administration will be pretty pro crypto. A sort of banking platform. So I think they've seen crypto.com. They see crypto.com owns stadiums now and how fast it was. Now you look at Uber, look at Lyft. There's even Amazon. There were massive time of losing money until they finally turned the corner. Crypto.com came out of the gates and blew up, with what, 2-3 years now, they're a juggernaut. So this banking platform is a big thing. And also remember, banking platform, before I get to this other part, so where the general public will be encouraged to borrow, lend, and invest in crypto. So, and he did use the term DeFi. So there will also be an accompanying token called Wolfie. Founder said money. So the equity structure of these tokens will be at 20% of the project tokens are allotted to the founding team, which include the Trump's 17% of the tokens are set aside for, I already read that. 60% of the coins will be public purchase, said founder Zach Folkman. which I should look into him. There will be no pre-sales or early buy-ins. That did impress me. You know what I mean? Because I was expecting that for cronyism and a BS project. But there is no pre-sales or people getting in early. An earlier leak of the draft of an internal project outlined the founders share at 70%. That sparked concerns, and now because that would be like a get-rich-quick scheme, but I don't love this. It is still a little high, but for who it is and what they are, I understand. Now, this is the big thing. They're talking about it being a banking platform, and they're launching this. The token will be a Reg D token offering, which follows the Securities and Exchange Commission's Regulation D. This looks like a framework for crypto, which is what most people, and definitely most projects would like. Just let us know what we need to do so you don't come after us after we're done. So Regulation D, a provision that makes it possible for a company to raise capital without first registering their securities with the commission, so long as certain conditions are met. So I think we're going to start to see what these regulations are and what you need to do to launch a project in the U.S. So these were themes that Trump covered in a conversation format early morning. It's a 2-hour event. Spoke the perceived hostility of the Securities and Exchange Commission towards the digital currency industry. So he's admitting what it is, but the fact that they have a path here with this Regulation D, and it's not like we're just launching a meme coin. They literally said like a banking structure. So those words I think are really, really key. Several high-profile figures in the industry take issue with SEC Gary Gensler, claiming that he is regulating the industry through enforcement actions rather than rules. Exactly. It's like, do you do your project? And then he's like, oh, no, you can't do that. Now we're coming after you. Over the course of Trump's 40-minute fireside chat, at the top of the more than 2-hour live stream, he talks about how he wasn't overly interested in crypto initially, which is like we said, he was just seemed like it hit him out of left field, and he doesn't like to get questioned when he doesn't know what the answer is. So he was very indifferent. But changed, he said, when the sales of his trademark NFT collection were paid for in crypto. I think my children opened my eyes more than anything else. So when he launched his NFTs, they sold out, and they made a ton of money. I think that was his big wake up call, and I think his kids probably did it. And then they were like, "Look, we told you we made like millions on this." Monday's event came as an unprecedented moment for Trump's presidential campaign. So then everything goes into the rest of the stuff with the other assassination attempt and all. So if they are going to some kind of banking structure, there would have to be privacy, because now you're looking at banking laws, and banking laws are very, very established. That was something with Crypto.com. They had a problem, and it was with a payment, and I was like, and they said, "Hey, well, I'll talk to the team about it," and I was like, "No, man, this isn't a crypto project. This is a banking issue." I was like, "You need to refund the money and do this." This is because we were with Crypto.com way in the beginning, but now they have their stuff together, so it's be very, very.
Is this thing released yet?
It says that it is releasing this month or over the month, so I think it is.
So, I wonder what the official site is.
Well,
World Liberty Finance says the token is just WL, and it's tradable. Well, it's not tradable yet, is it?
WLFI.
Yeah, that's what I thought it was. So I don't know what's
there.
going
So
on
it's
there.
going to be. And remember, if you don't remember, I will remind you. When Crypto.com started, they had 2 tokens.
Yes, I remember.
Yeah. they had Crow, and what was the other one? MCO. They had MCO and CRO, and then they built and they went with the CRO chain. So if you take a step back and look at it, they are using verbiage and the same kind of plan at Crypto.com if they're doing 2 tokens. So that'll be very interesting.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that'll be very interesting to see.
Yeah, I'm interested. I'm interested to see. I know they had like they're 63% going to the public, but how they're going to be distributed? They're just going to fucking offload them all and first come first served or what?
I mean, the 20%, that's high, but it's not that crazy.
Considering who it is, I'm fine with it.
If 17%, let's say 10% of the 17% is for marketing.
Yeah,
I'd be, yeah, that's fine. You know what I mean?
Really fine.
But if it's just kind of still in the team, like if they use like reserves or some other kind of word where we still have it, I don't like that. But so I'd like to see where the other 17% is going. But it's still very brand new. But I think it's a big thing to watch. But I really like as the direction it's going and the words that they're using, and the fact that now we know, if you're going to do a certain thing, Schedule D, file a Schedule D, and then they don't come after you, and 2 years later and be like, hey, we're suing you, you're in trouble. You're going to have to pay millions of dollars in fines. Oh, right. Well, we're hitting towards our end of the mark. Hope. Any other questions you have? Anything else you want to go over?
Nope, that's me done for today, man. I'll see you on Friday.
Yeah, Friday. Should be same bat time, same bat channels. Head over to Kiff's Crypto. The link is on my main page, down towards the bottom. Give him a like over there. Give me a like. Share it with your friends. And like I said, please make sure you come by Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. We're going to be hanging out. Just a couple good old boys. Never mean to no harm. Beat all the other
sure.
We're so with the law since the day we were born. And it's going to be. I mean, it's going to be up. You can watch it. I am for I am. When it says he watches it on like 2 speed, 2x speed. But it was good seeing everybody, good hanging out. Let's go out.
Out in the woods with a laptop in hand, mining for Bitcoin and our old Dodge van. Wi-Fi signal strong, don't need no plan. We're just some good old boys with a modern day brand. John's got a Wallace who's trading in stocks. Everyone's laughing around at chicken pox. Drinking moonshine and watching our gains. Life's a little sweeter without them bank chains. With a crypto rednecks living wild and free, riding the waves of this new